What's up, guys? We're here at the San Francisco Pen Show, and we're going to do a little bit of a live stream. I'm probably looking at the wrong part of the camera here. Don't do this on live mobile stuff usually, but so I just want to warn everybody, it is super packed in this place, and I'm probably not going to be able to talk much. And I also don't even know, I forgot to bring my mic, so I hope that you can kind of hear me, but let's head inside. I'm going to show you the craziness of this place. And let's see, it looks like somebody's here. So I can't see the chat. I don't usually do this on my phone. So it's, oh, no, I can't see the chat. So hopefully you guys are chatting. There's still people. There's Kim. What's up? Um, we're going to head inside. And like I said, I'm not probably going to be able to talk or anything like that. I'm probably going to get jostled around. I've already been in there. It is crazy. So Saturday is like super busy at San Francisco. It's like the way a lot of the vendors were talking about it, it's like DC, which is like the biggest show in America. DC like crowds with less vendors, so it's like just nuts. People are just crowded around. So let's head inside. I'm going to switch the camera around if I can. Let's see. Oh, there we go. I can see the chat. So sorry if I'm all like awkward. Jones here. What's up? And Lelia. And there's a plane taking off, so that's going to be super loud. Can you guys hear me? Um, I think that I have my ear pod working. I forgot my little mic. So let me know if the sound is weird or anything like that. And then we'll go inside. Might have to might have to just mute it on the replay. Oh, you can hear me. Okay. All right. So let's switch around. Let's go inside, and I'm going to show you guys what's going on. It is crazy. I mean, it's like to the point where I was like, I got to get out of here. So let's go check it out. So far, it's been really awesome, though. Amazing people, vendors are awesome, and of course, all the stuff. So it's at the Westin in San Francisco, and we're in the lobby right now. There's some pen goers. Just be looking for the people that have the name badges. You can spot a pen person with a name badge all day. So, pretty nice hotel. Don't eat at that place. It's like $30 hamburgers. Learned that the first night. All right, let's calm down a little bit. So it's going to be super crowded and slow, but I just want to give you guys a shot of what's going on in here. Oh man, super crowds. It's actually thinned out a little bit. People are going to lunch, I think. So I should be getting some of these tables. Pretty packed in here with the vendors. But if you are into pens, you guys got to attend a show because it's just amazing. I mean, they got journals, they got ink, they got pens, obviously, all kinds. And I'll say, like, there's a lot of fountain pens at things like this, but especially at some of the bigger vendors, like you're like, I don't know, Pelican and Sailor. I don't know if all those people are here, but all those brands. But they've got roller dolls and stuff. Um, a lot of the makers have fountain pens. That's going to probably be one of the bigger things. One of the cool things is you can actually try out inks. So there's like all these inks, which I need to get in here and do this, but it's so crowded that I'm like, um, that's the beauty of fountain pens is there are like 3 billion inks that you can use. And so it's kind of fun. You get to kind of match up inks with your pen and all that kind of good stuff. All right, so we still haven't even gotten into like the main. Ooh, look at those. The main room yet. Oh man, crowds. So we're kind of going around. See that main ballroom? That's like an entire other room. We're kind of out in the outside hallways right now. You guys have any questions? I can't see the chat right now. I don't think there was any. Just amazing stuff. There are so many amazing pen makers at this place. So yesterday I took a nib tuning class, which is kind of important if you want to get your pen to write. So I learned a few things. Most of it I kind of had already learned from Chad and Jim Hines and all those guys. They kind of gave me the rundown on how to get your pen to write and what to look for. But I learned a couple cool things in the class. Got some. Here's nib grinding. So these people are professional um, people that can get like perfect writing nibs, basically. So if you're not familiar with like the fountain pen world, it's like a whole different thing compared to like your ballpoints and roller ball. There's a lot to it. I encourage you, if you are kind of interested in it, to kind of, there's lots of resources. Get into a pen club if you have one close to you. All right, so we're in the main ballroom now. Look at this. It's actually thinned out quite a bit. When I first came in here, it was crazy. I mean, you couldn't even walk. How did I just? How did I pass to Jonathan? Because I didn't want to bother them. I'm just giving you guys a quick rundown. I don't want to hang too long anywhere because I don't want to be in the way. People are trying to make purchases, and I don't want to take away from the experience. Just a quick show of what's happening. I did buy a pen yesterday already. I really like Eric Sand's work. He's Atelier Luso. Hard to say and not spell, but I've always loved his pens. So I purchased one. It was pretty expensive, but it was totally worth it. There he is. Nope. I might even be able to say hi to Eric. Eric Sands, everyone. We're live right now on YouTube. It's pretty fun. I was going to do it about 10 minutes ago, and I was like, I can't even walk. Mario, how's it going? Yeah. All right, we're going to continue on. I want to hold up the crowd. All right. Yeah, it's thinned out a little bit. I might actually even get some time to play with some inks today. I got to get some inks. I need to get some notebooks too. We need to get around. I kind of did this wrong because I want to go over this another hallway where Jim Hines is at, and I wanted to say hi to Jim as well. Traffic jam. We really got the tables packed tight. Like there's no room for like a middle walkway. I kind of needed to bring my backpack, and it's kind of making things difficult. So let's see if we can get over and say hi to Jim real quick. There's also, I missed a ton in the middle, but like I said, I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what is going down out here. Oh, there's John Tello's booth is in the middle right there. Also, all right, let's see if we can. I'm going to scoot down this aisle, see what we can do here. Headed back to the other hallway. So, what's everybody up to today? Is anybody doing anything cool? There's John Tello. See if we can sneak around here. Some ink. Oh, that's actually a pen that's on my list. Is the narwhals. I didn't know they were here. I'm gonna have to check them out. All right, now we're getting out to the other hallway where Jim is. So let's say hi to Jim real quick. And Francisco. I'm gonna hide in the corner. All right. Well, Jim's busy, so I don't think we can say hi. He's got to sell some pens, guys. So I'm gonna sneak my way back out, and then we'll wrap it up. And I'll see if anybody has any other questions or anything. Like I said, I just wanted to give you guys a kind of a preview of what to expect if you've never been to a pen show. It's pretty overwhelming. Again, this is my first one, and I mean, you gotta, if you don't like crowds, go on Friday or Saturday late. I mean, not Saturday, Friday or Sunday. Fridays are usually kind of more like locals and stuff, so a little bit less of a crowd. Um, the only issue is, so like Friday's a pretty good day to go. It's going to be less busy, but Sunday is definitely going to be less busy, but you're going to miss out on some, um, a lot of stuff. They may be out of stuff, especially, I mean, looking at the crowds today. I'm going to switch around so you can see me. Looking at the crowds today, I mean, a lot of people are probably going to sell out today or be pretty close to it. So if you're going to a pen show to buy a pen, you're going to need to kind of get there early. So just kind of depends. But if you want the mayhem, Saturday's the day to go. So, anyway, let's see. We're back outside again. Whew. It's exhausting. I'm not a big crowds person, so this is kind of nuts. Let's see. I can look at here. You never been? Yeah. I don't even know where I'm looking at the camera. Probably like off looking in a weird distance thing. Let's see here. No, honestly, here's the thing about the pen shows. I would say also, if you're making pens, most of the makers, most of the people that are making pens, Jim Hines and those people, um, they're actually extremely helpful. And so, we just walked around the mayhem at the show. And obviously, I mean, it's a marketplace. That's the whole point of these pen shows. And so I would recommend also, if you're a maker, don't go up to Jim Hines' booth and try to talk his ear off about how to make pens and stuff, get tips. That's not the time at their booth unless it's totally dead and they're just sitting there, but not on a day like today where there's just tons of people. Um, if you're looking to buy a pen or look at their stuff, whatever, ask them a couple questions about their products, that's fine. That's what I would call kosher. But at the pen shows, like if you stay there, so the beauty of this is what I would recommend if you're seriously interested and want to experience a pen show, do what I did, go the whole weekend. And then after the actual show, they call it Pen Show After Dark. A lot of the vendors and a lot of the people get together in the lobby, and that's the place where you get questions answered. You can talk. I mean, everybody's here about pens. Like it's all people that are pen fanatics, basically, whether they're makers or people going to the like vendors or the people going to buy and all that kind of stuff. And so you can get questions answered. You can look at all kinds of different pens because everybody's going to bring their pens down, and you're just there to talk pens. Um, I mean, last night I got a ton of questions answered. I actually got to play with some people's pens and try them out, different inks. But we were just talking about different stuff. One of the things that I'm interested in is inks today. That's a whole different. I don't know. Like I said, coming from the kit pen making thing where roller balls and ballpoints. I mean, you just buy the refill and it is what it is. There's black, red. There's not very many colors. There's not a lot going on, so it's simple in that sense. But when you get into fountain pens, literally there's some that are shimmery and there's glittery ones and there's every color under the sun. Some are wetter, which means like they'll write wetter in a sense or drier. So there's a lot more going on. It's a really interesting thing. And I was just talking about different uses that I want to use my fountain pens for, and so I got to talk to people that have been doing it for a while, and I got a lot of questions answered, some recommendations. They're actually going to kind of probably take me over to one of the booths and point out a few different things. But so it's awesome. You get to meet some cool people. You get to look at a ton of pens. So I guess the point is going back to I wouldn't feel don't feel overwhelmed by what you're looking at. These people have been doing it a little bit longer, but I mean, it's not like some of these high-end pen makers are really that far off from all the rest of us that are kind of like hobbyists. I definitely put myself in the hobbyists. I'm just starting out. The pens aren't that much better. There are certain things that are better about them, but we all are making good stuff. So don't feel like it's discouraging or anything like that. I think it should be encouraging, and they can help you get better. I guess that's kind of the thing. So I definitely encourage people to head out there, go check out a pen show. It's pretty cool. It was pretty manic. And actually it was way more busy earlier. I actually got up and went running and went down to the lobby earlier this morning. I mean, there was a line into the lobby for the people that are. The line is the people that haven't. Like, I got a weekend pass, so I just got that yesterday, and I have my little lanyard thing. So if you have that, if you have the full weekend pass, you're fine. You just walk in. But like all those people were just going in today, like for a single day. And I mean, it was into the lobby. It was crazy. I was like, oh. And then the first time I went down before I did the live stream, it was like 10 or 15 minutes before I started. I mean, I literally, you couldn't even, it was shoulder to shoulder in there. It was pretty crazy. So it's definitely calming down. And I think once you get later on in the day, even on a Saturday, I think you're going to be okay. It won't be as bad. Hey, Michael. Well, thank you for joining the fun. Yeah, just kind of a fun one. I just wanted to show you guys what's been going on here. And again, I don't have a booth or anything. I just attending my first one, wanted to see what was going on, and I have some things that I wanted to meet some people. There's a lot of people that are kind of in this world that are not really in. There's two different things. Like the pen shows are more just pen collectors and stuff like that. Whereas like when you go to like the pen turners gatherings, that's makers. It's all just people that are making pens, and it's a different thing. Similar in a way, but we're not walking around looking at Visconti and Pelican and all these other or vintage pens or anything like that. It's all about how to make stuff. So It's a different world, I would say, than I'm kind of used to. So there's a lot of people I wanted to meet at this, but I also wanted to learn some stuff, and you know, I wanted to get my hands on and try some different inks because there's so many. I wanted to kind of this is the place to do that kind of stuff is try out a lot of different things and see. So if you're into pen collecting or want to get into fountain pens, highly recommend going to a show because it's all there. Everything you could possibly, you know, want to try out, look at, and learn about is going to be there. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool little world there. Charlotte, is that North? Is Charlotte in North Carolina? There's one. There's one in Orlando. There's one in. Let's see here. I'm trying to think where all. There's one in Dallas. That's not. I know that's not very close, but there's one called Triangle that is. I want to say Raleigh or something like that. There's one in Chicago. So just look like Google pen shows, or you know, like I think pen shows would probably do it. Or I'm trying to think. There are a few YouTubers actually that are pen you know like pen collector kind of YouTubers, and they have a whole list of every single show that's out there. So on their like websites. Yeah, yeah. There it was pretty sporadic in there. There was no like makers or one place, and you know the I don't know what do you call the other ones like the commercial. I don't know. Smaller companies versus big companies, that kind of thing. It's kind of sporadic, which is I don't know. In one on one hand, it's kind of interesting because that way you're not just everybody kind of you have to kind of look at everything. Yeah, Raleigh. Yeah, it's way smaller. So DC is the biggest one. San Francisco is probably the second biggest. Um, and then I don't know from there. Like I said, this is the first one I've been to, but that's just based on talking to people here about size and all that kind of stuff. Let's see if I missed any questions. I'm gonna wrap it up because I'm just kind of standing here, not doing a whole lot with no nothing going on. Um, but like I said, hopefully it was kind of interesting to see what was going on. I thought this would be better. I thought you'd kind of get if I did it live. I know that it's not the greatest live stream on the planet, and it was kind of weird, and I'm bouncing around. The sound's probably terrible, but I thought it'd give you a good sense of like what what is like really going on here. It was pretty crazy, and there's planes taking off right next to the airport, so I apologize about that sound too. So Lelia was at SWAT. Yeah, the SWAT's usually it's not like that. It was this was overwhelming for me today. Yesterday wasn't so bad. Um, it was still pretty crowded in the middle of the day, but you know, yeah. And also to go back to who said that, Joan? Um, was it Joan? About whoever said about Brooks. I actually haven't met Jonathan Brooks yet, so I didn't want to be like, "Hey, you're on a live stream. I've never met you." So I don't know him yet. So I wanted to. Didn't get a chance to meet him yesterday. Yesterday was kind of weird, so I kind of missed out on a lot of things. So that's on the list today is to actually go up and introduce myself. But I just didn't want to, you know, make it weird. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed seeing the show, seeing what's going on here. Like I said, I encourage all of you guys if you're, you know, if you're into pens, if you're into collecting and all that stuff, even if you're just into making, if there is a pen show near you, it may not be this big, but it's going to be similar. You're going to get a lot of different things to look at. You're going to get things to try out, and I think it's well worth it, especially definitely if you're looking to go down the fountain pen route. Um, there is so much to learn. It's really, and if you're, I would highly recommend if you're thinking about getting into making fountain pens, custom fountain pens, and you're going to sell them. I mean, you have to know what's going on with this stuff. You have to have a pretty, you know, a basic, but you have to have an understanding of how these things work to sell them because customers are going to want that. You're going to need to know some stuff. So definitely look into it, learn some stuff, meet up with people, and like I said, if you're pretty serious about it, maybe see if you can find a pen club in your area. There's a few of those. Yeah, they're great. I know. I'm always. That's the other thing is I don't like bothering people in the middle of the show, kind of thing. Like when there's customers, it just that's not. it's not helping them to be on my live stream with not that many people watching. It's not helping them any. So they got customers to help right now, and I like to try to back away, and stay out of the way of stuff like that. So anyway, guys, I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. I'm gonna head back in. Like I said, hopefully it's even a little bit less. Like it's probably it's lunchtime now, so hopefully the crowd has kind of thinned out. I'll maybe get a chance to kind of go and play with some different inks, and yeah, hang out. And actually, one thing that's going to be kind of cool is Jim was he was going to kind of show me around once it kind of calmed down a little bit, and show me some of his favorite papers and inks. Sorry, this is going to be loud. Probably it's louder probably for me, but we're right next to the airport, so these planes are just taking off. Like, yeah, that's loud right there. Anyway, uh, the is pretty loud because you hear that even in rooms. But anyway, Jim's gonna take me around and kind of show me his like top places, things, vendors, and all that kind of stuff. So it'll be kind of fun. Like I said, you're gonna meet people if you go to something like this. They'll have ideas, some recommendations, suggestions, and they'll be more than willing to impart knowledge, whatever they've learned, and share with you. So hopefully you guys can get out there, go to a pen show, and have fun. So we'll be back to normal live streams next weekend, Saturday at noon Pacific time. So I kind of hit it on the mark this year. You didn't hear the planes, huh? Well, that's good. It's real loud here for me. I can't even hear myself think when they go. But anyway, like I said, we'll be back at it next Saturday, noon Pacific time. We'll be back in my shop, so it won't be as crazy. But I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of the day, and I'll see you guys on the next stream. I have no clue how to stop this thing. Maybe there? Yeah, there it is.